Hey guys, happy Friday. Let's chat about developing the mind today. Hopefully a couple of you will come in on the conversation live, but if not, you're watching the replay. And it's still a conversation. Let's chat about it. So if you have any comments about anything I've said, please put it in the comments. That allows us to dialogue with this amazing community of people that want to bust the stress out of their life. The reason why I started the Stress Busters group is so that I could share with you what over time I've learned about stress, how it affects the body negatively, the impact it has on our overall health and our emotions, and share with you strategies on how I've overcome that and things that I've done to kind of put it in a better path. Now, I'm not perfect, and that's why it's called a journey with Maria Rybka, because I am not perfect. I am still a recovering stress addict, and I still go through moments where I don't remember all the skills or the strategies. And that's why I wanted to be on this with you. So really, I appreciate the people that have been involved and the ones that are commenting, because that helps us all to see what other people have either struggled with or what they've actually overcome. So overcome. So I want you to, if you have a story or an experience about the topic of the week, which this week is about developing the mind, share it with everyone. That would be wonderful. Okay, so what did I mean by developing the mind? One of the things that I think over time for me really made me feel stressed is that my mind was always probably 10 steps ahead of where I was physically, emotionally, academically, work-related. My mind was always ahead. Now, some people don't think that way. Some people live in the moment. They go to work, they come home. They go to the weekend party that they were invited to, they go home. They live in that moment. Well, see, part of my stress, and if you are anything like me in that sense that you're always thinking ahead, you always have these steps that you think you should be doing differently. Now, part of that could be because you're not really in the place where you should be. Like you've got this nagging feeling that you should be doing something else, and you can't ignore that. But there's always, even in what you're doing, sometimes parts of it that you want to be doing differently. And when you feel like something is there, but you're not really able to grasp it, then you're stressed. There's stress. That could be anything. Like when I was working at the school, I would kind of do things that I was good at certain things, but there were things that I wasn't good at. And I would feel stressed because I didn't know what I was doing. There might have been a new policy or a new project, and I was clueless. And that stress came on because of lack of knowledge. And what I want to encourage you to do is to address that feeling that you get of stress and see if it's coming because your mind doesn't really know what to do. So that's in the area of skills. There may be some skills that you don't have that you need to get to be able to not feel the stress in either your work situation or even in your family situation. Maybe there's some things in your family that you could be doing differently that is causing stress all the time. And you have to study sometimes. You have to study some of those processes and skills and strategies. And of course, then try to implement them. But if you don't develop the mind in those areas that you feel the nudging for or the feeling the stress, then you're not going to improve. You're just going to stay the same. And some people are happy there. Some people love staying the same. They feel like if I can just hold on and get through life, great. But if you want more out of life, if you don't want to feel that stress all the time, you have to take steps to change that, okay? One of the things that I've done over the last year and a half is just completely changed how I approach my business, how I approach my life, and I do have extra time in the day to do that. And I know that most of you listening are working, and it's hard. You get home and you're very tired from work. So you feel like, well, how could I do anything more? How could I learn anything more? But if you don't and you stay stagnant, you're still going to be in the same place 2 to 3 years from now that you are today. Now, this message is not for those people that are just happy. You know, if you're happy and you don't feel any stress where you are, then you don't have to start worrying about learning new things. My message for you, and I hope you guys can dialogue a little bit about this in the comments, is what have you learned new in the last few months? If you aren't learning, you're not growing. And whether you're working on your mindset or, of course, you're in the Stress Busters group, so you are trying to learn new things about stress and strategies, so I applaud you for that. But what else are you learning that can actually alleviate some of the stress in your life or things that kind of bother you? You know, I'll go through my Facebook feed all the time, and I see these amazing posts because I work with and have connections with a lot of amazingly successful people, and I see their posts and I think, wow, look at them, look at that, oh my gosh, look at that, what are they doing? And then I kind of get jealous. I like, you know, that jelly comes on and you're like, oh, I could never do that. They must be so lucky. But they've worked hard, and behind the scenes I've gotten to know a lot of them, and they've worked hard at learning new skills so that they could be in that position. And I encourage you to think about what you want to change, which area of life that you want to change, and develop your mind in that area. Develop it by changing what you're thinking about that area, just subconsciously. Work on the meditation, work on what you self-talk to yourself, and then work on the skills. Actually learn new things that will help you in that area. Okay, we have to work and grow. And the only way to do that is to learn things that we're lacking. You know, I look at my girls and I think, there's no, you know, we think that they know everything, but they don't. They're just so young. And until you have the life experiences and you actually study the areas that you need to improve on, you're not going to grow in those areas. So I encourage you to develop your mindset as well as your mind skills in any area that you want to improve upon. Okay? Now, I told you I was going to announce a very exciting, what I think is exciting. Of course, it's, you know, something I think is exciting. Those people that have been in this group and really participating and getting some benefit from the episodes, I'm so excited that you've been here. And I want to take that one step deeper, because I know it's hard. Even to watch a replay is challenging, you know, because you're, you know, bustling around and busy all the time. You may catch it, you may not catch it, and then, oh my gosh, I was coming in every day with new episodes, and some of you were gung-ho in the beginning to watch them all and maybe got through 1 or 2, and they're there for you under the videos tab to go back, but a lot of you don't find the time to do that. Even though you could press play while you're driving, it's still hard. It's still hard to conquer this stress in your life when you have to add more stress to learn about busting your stress, right? That's let's call it what it is. It's another burden on you to keep up with all this stuff when you're already stressed. So what I've created for the month of May, and I really hope you take advantage of it, is I've created a 21-day challenge for you. This group of wonderful people, and I want you to join today or tomorrow, because I'm going to start on Monday. 21 straight days where I send to you individually. Okay, this is not where you have to get on Facebook. This is not where you have to find the last video you left off on. It's a day 1 in your email box. I'm going to send you a very short bust through email. Very short, very simple. It's going to have some piece of knowledge. So I'm going to share something knowledgeable that will help you on your stress release journey. I'm going to share a little story, very small story, about what I have experienced with that piece of knowledge, whether it was good or bad. I'm going to share a tip or a strategy that I've implemented, and then I'm going to give you an action step. Very simple action step. Because, you know, we could have a plan to do better in certain things, but a plan is just a plan. without action. A plan with action is change. And that's what we want. We want change. We don't want to keep on this hamster wheel, keep going and going and being stressed every day of our lives. So it's 21 straight days where I'm going to pop into your email box and I'm going to give you a piece of knowledge, a little story that might give you something to think about, or maybe you can identify with, a tip or a strategy, and then a step. It's coming to you. You will see it when you hit the email button, and it will be right there for you. So you don't have to go find it on Facebook. You don't have to go do anything hard. It'll be right there for you. So if you've enjoyed any of the strategies and episodes in the Stress Busters series, I encourage you to sign up for this, because it's going to start on Monday, 21 straight days. Me sharing with you directly in your inbox something that may help you have less stress in life. So how do you do that? Okay, how do you sign up for this? You go to bustthestress.com and it says join the 21-day challenge. Sign up for it and the emails will start coming. So I appreciate you guys so much for listening. I hope you comment something about developing the mind in the comments. And I don't, somebody said to me just the other day, sometimes we have this moment where we have to make a decision. And if our bodies and our minds will start to go and say all these reasons why I shouldn't do something. If you make the decision within the first 5 seconds, your mind can't talk you out of it. So I want you to just click done on this video, and I want you to go to bustthestress.com and just sign up. I'm not asking for you to participate in anything. I'm just asking you to be open to clicking the emails and enjoying what I prepared for you. And maybe it'll help you to have less stress in life. And it'll be a little simpler for you than coming onto Facebook. Now, I'm still doing that. I'll be posting a topic on Monday, and we'll be chatting about it on Friday. But this is something for those people that want a little bit more personal, a little more direct, because even when you get that email, you can reply to it. We could talk a little bit if you want. You don't have to, but I'm there for you. I want to help you on this journey for you to get to busting the stress in your life. So go to bustthestress.com, share the page. There's some share buttons on the bottom. Share it out to anybody, even if they're not in our Stress Busters group. They can sign up for, join our Stress Busters group from the page as well. But then you can, maybe tell them, hey, I'm going to join this 21-day challenge. Maybe take a look at it. I'd appreciate you guys spreading the word, because we don't need to live with stressed out people, especially if we're trying to be less stressed, right? All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Drop in the comments whether you are joining the challenge and what you think about developing the mind. Have a great weekend.